Hello, welcome to Manchester United for another West Ham Grumble with me, Alf Gasparo. So, what's been happening in the West Ham world this week? Well, just this very morning, we've had the confirmation that Kouyaté has been sold to Crystal Palace for an undisclosed fee. I think it's about £9.5, £10 million. And good luck to him. We send our best wishes to you. But let's face it, for the last two seasons, he hasn't been great. Or in fact, last season, he probably had 3 good, decent performances out of 38. Which just isn't good enough, really. If you're a bricklayer and you're building 38 houses a year and only 3 of those don't fall down, then obviously you don't deserve to be bricklaying anymore. So it's the same kind of thing here. It's a performance-based business, isn't it? I know, a lot of us, when we're at Upton Park, we think, yeah, he's the new Vieira, he's going to be great box to box, all this kind of stuff. But as soon as we went to the London Stadium, that's it. Whatever feelings we had for him as a great player before, it just hasn't cut the mustard for the last couple of seasons. So, on your way and good luck to you. But begs the question, who else is going to be leaving West Ham in the next week or two? Burke's already gone, obviously Kouyaté's gone. Is Cullen and Snodgrass, are they both safe? What about Fernandez? What about Obiang? What about some of the other sort of fringe players, the under 23 setup? But also, what about the funds that have been generated from these sales? Does that mean that we're going to go out into the transfer market and either get more frees, more loan deals, or even buy a couple more players? We're constantly being linked for other players. We still need a central defensive midfielder. Is Pellegrini trying to fashion Noble into kind of a holding midfielder? Don't know, I still have a lot of faith in Noble, actually. I know a lot of people out there don't. A lot of people are constantly slating him, but I think if you analyse the way he plays, he's the one who's the calm head in there. Yes, he might not have the talent that a lot of the younger players do, but I still think he is the calm head in there, and he is the one who's actually always looking for a forward pass. And a lot of accurate passing, crossfield passing as well. So, and he's the one who would chase things down as well. So for me, Noble's he's still in there. But he's coming to the end of his career. Let's face it, he's got another couple of years, at best, in that role. So maybe he does need to hold back, and if he can fulfil that role, great. If he can't, then we definitely need somebody else. Probably need something else in defence as well. I know they're looking at another attacking option. So the next week or so we'll find out, won't we? If they don't make it for the close of the transfer window over the summer, they'll probably see, okay, let's see what's happening. Let's go again in January and let's try and get somebody there. But I think that's a fool's business in January. Let's get the business done now and get it done with. Right, what else has been happening in the West Ham world? Well, lots of people have been, lots of fans have been having a go at the board again, in so much as that they're saying that, actually all the spending that's come out about now, all the newfound ambition is basically down to the fans who've been protesting and the ones that ran onto the pitch at Burnley last year. All that kind of stuff. So there's kind of vindication, if you like. Yes, we protested and we've, forced the owners to actually come good in the end. I think it's a bit of everything, isn't it? I think there's the bad press, the bad PR, and I think from the protest. I think what the protest did is actually shine a light on the West Ham situation. Then the media started to finally understand what the West Ham fans have been saying for a long time. But also, you can't deny that the board have probably had a plan in place for a long time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have appointed Moyes only on a 6-month deal. Reports are in that they've been chasing Pellegrini, and the discussions have been going on for 7 or 8 months, even before his appointment. So there was a plan in place. Maybe that's why they didn't want to spend any money under Moyes, because they knew actually come the summer they'd have to spend big. Maybe they finally realised we've got to do something about it. I don't know. So it's I think for any one side to say, oh no, it's because of the fans, we've done it. I think that's a bit naive. I think the the board probably already had a plan in place. The bad PR and everything kind of just forced their hand a little bit and made them go into the transfer market big. But the biggest signing we know has been Pellegrini. He's the one who's actually come in with a lot of big reputation, lots of respect, and he's actually attracting players that probably wouldn't normally come. So that's it, I think. So, West Ham fans, thinking that, yeah, we've forced this issue. I think, maybe not. Who knows? But the fact is, we're spending big, and let's see how far we go. So the next thing is expectation. Right? Okay. So I'm guilty of this as much as anybody else. All these new transfers coming in. Great players, or we hope they're great players. Pellegrini, it's lifted all our spirits. We think we're going to do well. Yeah, we're going to do top 4 or top 6. We're going to finish 7th, 8th. We're going to go far in a cup. We're going to hit the ground running. We're going to stuff Liverpool 3-0. All this kind of stuff. Let's face it, it's all a load of bollocks, isn't it? We have no idea how we're going to be. We're all hopeful, but every season I'm hopeful. Every season I'm hopeful for a top 6 finish. But then there's a reality check. Let's face it. We have a habit of self-imploding, don't we? So let's just see, after these friendlies are done and dusted, how the players face up in the real world of the Premier League, and then obviously League Cup and FA Cup and stuff like that. I still think that we are weak. We have a weakness in holding midfield and in the defensive area. So I think that's where we're going to be tested the most. Is Anderson and Yarmolenko, are they going to be good on the left and the right? Are they going to be a bit weak? How long is it going to take them to settle into the pace of the Premier League? Big questions here. So I don't think we're going to hit the ground running. I think it's going to take us a few weeks to bed in, possibly until about October. Then we'll start to see some decent performances. And we might be lucky. Great if we are, but if we're not, I think for us to think of anything above mid-table finish for us this season will be a really good season. I think. I don't want to finish mid-table. I don't want to have a relegation battle. I actually want to be going for top 6. Of course I do. But I think, for this first season, I think there's a lot of changes going on in West Ham at the moment. I think for all of it to click straight away, that's a big ask. Anyway, so that's what I think. Anyway, I'm sure everybody out there will be completely disagreeing with me. Anyway, that's my West Ham grumble for this week. Expectations too high. We can't take all the credit for all the changes at West Ham. Pellegrini might be the best signing that we've made so far. And, I don't know, I forgot what else. Anyway, I hope you like the channel. Please subscribe to Irons United and catch you on the next grumble, whenever that is. Cheers.